Do you guys remember in yesterday's intro when I said I think I'm chopped and unk because of what was happening in my watch along yesterday? I was partially kidding about that. However, I opened the comments to my last video and I see this donation. So thank you for that, sir. I do appreciate it. However, now I'm starting to think it may actually be true because now we have an official turkey fund. What is going on, people? Welcome back into the channel. Hope you have enjoyed and are enjoying the midweek football. I know we've got a couple more games this evening, depending on when you're watching this, but I want to go forward to a couple days from now. I want to look at Watford versus Coventry City at the CBS. In this video, we're going to do a match preview, and if you saw it in the title, I have a guest with me named Stanislav. He is a lifelong Watford fan, season ticket holder, goes to all the games home and away. To basically sum it up for you, I had a very tough time understanding who Watford were as a club, their play style, who the danger men are. Obviously, you've got the likes of Kunda. I just wanted to get a better understanding of what to expect going into this game. So I'll give you my quick analysis, and then we'll go into our recording. It's podcast style. It's about 25-30 minutes, depending on how much I kept in or cut out. I don't even know if I'll edit it at all. Let me just tell you about the mixed bag of Watford FC this season. They're 15th in the table. 3 wins, 3 draws, 4 losses. Before they sacked their manager, they were 3-3-3. They brought in Javi Gracia. If I'm butchering the name, I do apologize. They did end up losing their first game to Sheffield United 1-0, but as we know, that is a tough place to go and win a game, despite Sheffield United struggling. So, going to be at the CBS, early kickoff, 12:30, little lunch matinee, 7:30 in the morning for me, absolute pain. But they're one of 2 teams to not win a game on the road this season. Hopefully that can continue. Guess who the other team is? You're going to be pretty shocked about it. It's Ipswich Town. Now, if you saw my Portsmouth match preview, you know that the statistics did a good job painting a picture for us. But here, a lot of Watford's statistics are near middle of the table. So I'll just read you a couple things. They sit between 9th and 12th in the league. So bang average, maybe a tad above in all of these statistics. Possession, goals, goals conceded, big chances, passes, crosses completed accurately. And what does that tell us? That tells us all. So I had to dig even deeper like Stanley Yelnats. I don't know if you guys saw the movie Hull. I don't know if it ever made it to Europe, but whatever. Here's some interesting stuff. Watford, despite being 15th in the table, are 6th in XG this season. They've scored 11 goals, so they are underperforming slightly, but as we know, it can go either way, for or against you on your day. Also, they're 7th in shots and target per game with 4.3. So they showed that they are able to get forward and attack. However, they haven't exactly had a premier goal scorer come out and reveal themselves yet. They have 4 players, including Nestori Kunda, with 2 goals apiece out of their 11 this season. So it's been a very, very mixed bag. Something that Stan definitely emphasized a lot is that Javi is still truly figuring things out, as, you know, the previous manager, Pezzolano, could never really get his exact best 11 in. So fair play. It'll be their 3rd game under him. He is still figuring things out. Now, I think we all know Nestori Kunda is a player to watch out for, but something that I thought was interesting is he's leading the team in take-ons this season, as you would expect. However, number 2 is what I really want to talk about. That is Jeremy Ngakia. Again, probably butchered that, but he's the right back. He has the 2nd most take-ons this season, and you're going to hear from Stan. He mentions that their right winger, Ba, is also very dangerous. So Jay Da Silva is going to be a key player this match. He's going to have his hands full down that right side, so hopefully he knows that. I'm sure our team has scouted it out going in and knows to tell him to make sure that he is ready on his horse to get back, because he's got a right winger that is not scared to take on. He's even got a right back that's not scared to burst forward and make runs. So you may have to see someone like Grimes or a Kitching shift over and help out a little bit. Hopefully he will be okay on that front. So basically, long story short, I have no idea what to expect from this team, which is why we had to lean on our friend of the channel, Stanislav. His socials will be down below. Go subscribe to him. He is going to get into more championship content. So if you're looking for a Watford outlet, check him out. I will get over into the pod now. I will see you guys when I see you. Enjoy your week. We are almost at Friday, and peace. All right, so as you guys know, I am very, very confused going up into this Watford game. So I wanted to bring on an actual fan, because stats can only tell you so much. So I am welcomed by Stanley or Stanislav. Thank you for coming on, Stan. Do you want to
No
just
problem,
tell
man.
people, I guess, who you are and what you do?
Yeah, Stanley. I've been a Watford fan all my life, unfortunately. Seeing ticket holder for 4 years now, my fifth year, I'm not too sure. I'm also the producer for the Fellas podcast, which is a quite a cool podcast over here in the UK. Yeah, we do loads of stuff, cool guests, this, that, the other. We have a good time, man. But yeah, like I said, Watford fan, so I'm here to give my insight on this game.
Yes, gonna tell us all the secrets. But yeah, just a quick backstory. So the first TikTok I ever posted about the championship, I just always like to go through the comments and just look back, and it's really funny because Watford's admin actually commented on
Oh
my
yeah.
TikTok saying something along the lines of like, "You've come to the right place," this and that, and then you actually commented on it too, which I
Oh,
thought was
did
just
I? Oh shit.
a funny, yeah, full circle moment.
There
You
we go.
said something
Yeah.
along the lines of like, I don't even know, just like something about supporting Watford. So
Yeah.
when I was looking at my build up for this game, because honestly, it seems like it's been a very mixed bag for Watford this season. Even the statistics reference it. Figured just bring someone on here. So I guess we could get into the first question I just want to
Yep.
know. So a bit broad, but just sort of the outlook of how the season's been going so far for Watford in the sense of over underperforming. I know there were a couple big signings over the summer. Then also obviously they go hand in hand. Why was the manager sacked? Are you pro or against that? Just kind of your general outlook.
Yeah, it's been a very, very peculiar start to the season, but it wouldn't be Watford without a second manager. Unfortunately, it's just the way it goes these days. Yeah, we started the season with Paolo in charge. We obviously sacked Tom Cleverley, which was a huge, huge, huge mistake at the end of last season. So realistically, we were all fuming at the board and the higher ups, but there was only one way they could sort of help us out, like change our minds, and that was going and getting promoted. And they spent a lot in the transfer window, brought in some unbelievable talent. I mean, we already had some likes of Kwadwo Bar and Georgie Chakratate, but bringing in Nestor Irakunda was just a bit like, well, I mean, what are we doing here? But yeah, they also said, so they brought in Paulo and they said that he is I think their words were like he's a promotion specialist. I think if you looked at his stats, his CV, he's gotten promoted from like the Uruguayan league or the Argentine league, the Spanish second division, stuff like that. So we were all a bit like, we don't know who he is, but if that's his speciality, then I guess let's roll with it. And then yeah, we went to the season, and it wasn't great. He really struggled to find his like best team. He couldn't really take the players that he wanted to use in certain positions because we really lacked the element of like the squad being together, so they knew where each other were playing and like what they were like in front of goal and in defence and like that. It was a very new squad that play with each other, new midfielders, new strikers, new defenders. So yeah, it didn't really work. I mean, we got 3 wins. We literally did the most average start to a league. We got 3 wins, 3 draws, 3 losses, and 11 goals scored, 11 goals conceded. Like just a complete average start. But yeah, it wasn't enough, and we were all getting a bit frustrated with him. Even though he did win, he was unbeaten his last 3, 2 wins and 1 draw when he got sacked. But yeah, the team selection and some of the players he was playing out of position, and we were getting frustrated with him. So I think it was a good, very good call to get rid of him. Obviously, it's on the board; they brought him in first, but going into an international break with a new manager is probably the best thing that we could do at the time. So yeah, it's been a bit of a rough one. We've dealt with this beforehand. Like we're all. It's funny that like my friends will come to me and they'll be like, why are you so calm about it all? It's like we've been in this position hundreds of times, hundreds of times. So yeah, it's just another time that Watford second manager get a new one, and yeah, the new one's come in, and I'm excited. It's Javi Garcia. He obviously took us to an FA Cup final, got us our highest, I think it was our highest league position in the Premier League, and so it's someone who knows the club, he knows the staff, he knows the backroom, he knows everything like that. Completely new set of players, obviously, but he's got. We know he's got what it. I mean, he's been the most successful manager in this period that we've had for 12 years or so. So, look, for me, it's a great appointment. Can he do it? Because obviously when we were in the Premier League, we had some unbelievable talent, likes of Gerard Deulofeu, Abdoulaye Doucouré, Etienne Capoue, and there is that question mark of like, were those players the reason we did so well, or was it down to the manager? So look, I'm not sure, but I'm excited, and I'm sure he can get us up there. Look, I'm not looking for promotion because we're never going to get that, but I think we can have a good season underneath him with the players we've got at our ranks. If he can get it right, that's the question.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's very fair. It's definitely one of the toughest jobs to inherit with, the history of the sacking of managers. But I feel like it was tough for Pezzolano, them coming out and saying, like, he's a promotion specialist. It kind of sounds like Ange Postecoglou, like he always wins trophies in his second year. But listen, I mean, if they didn't feel like it was working, they pulled the plug at the right time, like you said. So, second stint with the club, familiar face, maybe the fans will back him a little bit more. So you'll see what happens, obviously.
Yeah, I think the fans are already on the side. I feel like you bring in a new manager, there's obviously pressure straight away, but because of what he's done beforehand, that sort of pressure gets released a little bit just because of who he is, which is nice to have. Whereas like we'll go into these next 5 or 6 knowing that these aren't the games that we're judging on. All we're looking for is a bit of decent play, like good performances, and then the points will come. We know the points will come with the quality we've got. We just need to know he's getting it right, rather than him doing exactly the same of what Pezzolano was doing, and we end up in a free fall, and then we sack him, and the cycle continues like that. That would be the real shame. But I'm confident. I'm confident.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll hoping the best for you guys. Maybe not in this match against Coventry, but okay. So I like to do pre-match, I guess, previews against or for all Coventry City games, and the way that I go about it is it's obviously tough to watch every single championship game because a lot of the slates are all at the same time. It's very different from the Premier League where you might have 4 games at 10. Or, well, that's my time, sorry.
Yeah.
A couple games at 3, blah, blah, blah. Games on Sunday, split it up. So what I like to do is I like to look at stats and just kind of paint a picture of how Watford or just any team play. And a team like Portsmouth, it made it very easy to do because, they're like front to back very quick, counter-attacking football. But Watford is probably giving me the toughest time because it's such a mixed bag of statistics. And what I mean by that, because I will have explained it in the beginning of this video already before we cut to this segment, is just for example, this probably is the most peculiar thing for me. You've got like the game against Sheffield United. It was a 1-0 loss with 60% possession, dominating possession the whole game, go on to lose. Similar with Millwall, 61% possession, 1-0 loss. But then look at the QPR game early in the year. You guys only held 46% possession. You had a 2-1 win. So it's hard to paint a picture of exactly how they play. Also, as you mentioned, the squad has been rotating so much. You've seen some very odd substitutions like the irritated hooking. So how would you describe Watford's play style and just how they score goals to someone who maybe isn't as familiar with them?
Well, I mean, at the moment, obviously, it's very hard to say because of the new manager. I've only seen 1 game with him. I didn't go to Sheffield United. I will be there on Saturday, though, for Coventry. So that should be good. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, if we're looking at the season at the moment as a whole, an interesting stat is that we haven't lost or won a game by more than 1 goal yet. Every game has been decided by only a goal, which I feel like is something that we were sort of lacking in previous seasons. It was either we go on to lose by a couple or this, that, the other. And then when we win, we'd win by a couple. Whereas this time we're a lot more ruthless. We're a lot more like stubborn. Whereas if we do go a goal down, we chase the game instantly. We're not looking to slowly get into it. We're straight back on the gas. And when we do score, we then go into a bit of a shell and we sort of don't go looking for a second or a third. We sort of, that's all right for us. We'll stay compact, which is something Pezzolano did. I remember watching a pre-season friendly and we were so narrow, so compact, but we kept a clean sheet. And so then I was thinking, right, are we going into this game, this season, just being that sort of stubborn defensive side who you can't break down and then look to break in the counter-attack, which with players like Kwadwo Bar, Nestor Irakunda, that is a good plan because they're quick players. They can beat their man, get forward. And then we went into the season, and games like QPR, we did go 2-0 up, but then they get a goal back, and then we go stubborn, and then we go into our shell. And I feel like it's a real contrast for what Coventry have been doing, where you're going and winning games by 3 or 4, or going and beating QPR 7-1. Like, it's going to be interesting to see what happens, because if we do go a goal down, it's going to be a real test of the squad. Can we keep it like that, like we've been doing for the whole season, and fight back into games? Because we have fought back into games when I think we wouldn't be able to do it, or go and get a goal. But I really don't know. It's a very tough one. It's two immovable objects. A team scoring loads of goals, a team not conceding many goals. It's going to be an interesting one. In terms of scoring goals for us, it's been hard because obviously, Bar hasn't played as not enough that we want as a fan base. He's one of the most exciting players last year. He was unbelievable for us. Lightning down the wing. I remember we played Bristol City away, and he'd been injured for a few months, and it was his first game back, and he started, and he just knocked the ball past their fullback twice, and he's in on goal. He's lightning on his day, and he hasn't been able to play as much. Therefore, his match fitness and him playing in the league for a lot has slowed, and he hasn't been that good. Still been great when we need him, but it's been slow to get into games. He needs that time in a game to be able to get into a game. And then obviously Nestor Irakunda as well. He's been playing up front. He's been playing out of position, so it's tough. But when we're on form and we've got the ball inside a team's half, someone like Imran Louza has been top for us this year in terms of playmaking and scoring goals. I think he's got 2 goals this season. I might be wrong there, but it's been a real force in that attacking sense and defensively. So when he's on the ball, if he's in a game, the game can go anywhere. He can really, really open up teams. And again, we've been switching around with strikers, and both of our strikers have shown that they're capable of scoring goals. Luka Kiramgar's got 2, and so has Semedo's both got 2. That could be a real battle there. But again, it really depends on what style Javi is playing, because again, we've only seen one game. So we've got West Brom on Wednesday. This might be a completely different conversation if I was going to watch that game and then come and do this here, because I really don't know at the moment. But I'm sure he's already said that he likes to play positions and formations with the players he's got, rather than what Pep Solana was doing, was forcing players into these formations. I think it's going to be tough. But like I said, wherever I see on Wednesday, will be more confidence, because again, going to Sheffield United is tough. We're not great away. That's what I will say. We're really not great away. We go into our shell a bit, and it almost takes, like we had these moments where we won't play very well for 50 minutes, but then there's a 10-minute window where we're lightning. We did it against Millwall and we couldn't score. We've done it mostly at Ipswich. Portsmouth we did it, and we managed to get 2 goals. So we're a very stop-starty team at the moment, and I do feel like that's something Coventry are just going to look at us and go, yeah, we're just going to fucking play us around you and smash 5 past you, which would be a shame, because I would love it. I mean, they've always been tight games every time we play Coventry, but yeah, I'm not that confident, especially for this game, and it's not great, because then we've got West Brom, you guys, then we've got Middlesbrough, and then we've got I think Ipswich later in the week, and it's going to be a tough run for him, but a win would be unbelievable. So hopefully we can get it done, but I really don't know.
Yeah, that is definitely a tough run of fixtures, a big test. So it's definitely good to have that backing, being Garcia's second stint. But something that I just want to point out that is very interesting is teams coming to the CBS this season. There's been a couple different game plans. Earlier in the season, when we played against Norwich City and Hull City, they came in knowing that they were going to lock up shop from the beginning, absorb the pressure, like the Haram ball style play. However, come up against Blackburn this past weekend, and you would expect the same exact thing, team near the bottom of the table in the relegation battle. And they came out with a totally different game plan. I wouldn't be surprised to see Watford come out in a game plan where they're not going to sit back and defend. They're not going to be scared. They're going to try to get the ball forward, hold possession. They've done it on the road 2 times this season. They've held 60% possession. So it'll be really interesting. Obviously, if you're listening, you now know that this is being recorded before the midweek fixtures.
Yeah.
So I can confidently say Coventry are still undefeated right now. Who knows what when this goes out? I'll do a little post edit of me crying or something if they lose, but
Who have you got?
we don't. What'd you say?
Who have you got?
We've got Portsmouth away. It's going to be a tough fixture. They
Right.
have pulled a couple good results at home this year. They
Mm.
beat that. They took down Middlesbrough, which allowed us to get to the top of the table. So ultimately, I think it'll be a win, but it's never going to be easy. So that is a good segue now. So you had mentioned a couple players in that. Now, give me 2 players that I should be worried about and concerned about in this game. Not if I want Coventry to win, who should I be worried about in this game?
In terms of like, if you want, as in like to watch out for, as in dangerous players.
Yeah,
Okay.
whether it be attack or defense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've got loads, but it depends on what he plays in terms of his formation and stuff. The one player who will be playing, and I can comfortably say, and I genuinely do think he is the best midfielder in the Championship at the moment, is Imran Louza. I mean, the guy just won't. He just won't go away. He just won't go away. If you're playing him and you think he's going to get tired, you think he's not having a good game, he just turns it on. He gets the ball when he's got the ball at his feet. I mean, we've played some like strong sides who really dominate possession. They dominate the ball. They wanna smother you, get you in your box. And Imran Louza, just his passing range, his technical ability, his defensive ability. He's strong on the ball. He can hold the ball off. He knows where defenders are going to want the ball. He knows the keeper is a safe option. He knows how to move up the pitch with the ball, and that's only half his game. Then when you get him in front of goal, and he really does come alive again. He's through balls to wingers, himself getting in the box. He loves a little run into the box, and a few goals when we played Derby last year away, and he popped up edge of the box, managed to get one in, and we go and win that game 2-0. Yeah, he really is just a live wire in the team. I mean, it took him a while. When we first signed him, wasn't physical enough for the league. He really wasn't up to scratch with it. But he's learnt his trade, he's learnt his craft, and he's not the club captain. Moussa Sissoko is, but we don't want Sissoko starting. So when he isn't, he steps up and he's got the armband, and he really does shine with it. And he's a precedent. He's not old. He's still young, but he really does. And he's also one of those players who we've got a young squad, and he is one of the ones you look for the younger players to learn off, to thrive off. And yeah, he can really be a danger if he's in the position, if the game allows him to be in there. But if not, he will be rough, he will be feisty, he will get stuck in. He's not afraid of anyone, and yeah, I really think he should be playing much higher. It was a struggle. We thought we were going to lose him at the start of this year, but he committed to the club, and once he heard that we were getting more players to sort of support him, because I think he knew he was the main guy there, and then when he heard obviously the Gino saying that they're getting Nestroy and we're getting Hector Cipriani to sit alongside him, we're getting these players in, 2 new strikers, then I think he was like, okay, let's have a go. This will definitely be his last year, though. I don't see him staying unless we get promoted, which I don't think is happening. But yeah, I think he'll be really one to look out for. And then another one, if he starts, if he plays, if he's up for it, Kwadwo Bar is just a ridiculous, very, very, very funny footballer. It's a footballer we haven't seen. I don't even think we've seen for a while in the sort of Championship, even in the Premier League, maybe, in terms of just raw pace, raw dribbling, very direct, and you can knock the ball past you and go, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Very, very little fullbacks have been able to stop him. And if they are, it's the likes of maybe Leeds, Ipswich, like the top sides. And even then, he still gives them a run for their money. He comes with that, and he's got great dribbling as well. He's aerially, he's a threat. He's strong. I've never seen a player just every time he gets on the ball, so exciting to watch. So exciting. He gets that ball on the right hand side, and if there's one fullback that he can run at, he will just go for it, and he will not pass them, and he'll breeze past them. And there's a reason why he's built up a bit of a reputation against the likes of Portsmouth, where he won the penalty and he did the dance, got sent off, and he's a live wire. He loves it, really. He loves the pressure. He loves thriving in front of crowds. He'll give a bit of stick, he'll get it back. He knows that that's the game he's in. That's the English game he's been playing, and he's been a real lovely player to watch flourish, because he played in a few. Came up not through the academy but through the setup, and I think we brought him over from Germany or wherever he was from, and he came through. He went on a few loan spells, and he finally got his playing time under Tom Cleverley, and he really flourished, and he was the best player of that season for me. Got injured halfway through, which was a big blow, but in terms of just excitement and dangerous play, he can really hurt teams. But that again is if Xavi picks him, and if it's the right system, and if it's the right, because he's on Saturday he played with two strikers, and he played him up front, and that's not his position. It's not his position. He needs to be out on that right hand side. He needs to be running at fullbacks, getting to the byline, getting crosses in. He's a really exciting player. So, I mean, when we played Mill the other day, he didn't come until the 70th and didn't touch the ball for about 5 minutes. And the crowd were literally like, "Give him the ball, please, give him the ball," because he can do something with it. It can be one of those games where you're not in it. You might be a few goals down or 1-0 down. You need a goal, and you give him the ball, and he will just knock it go. He just bulldozes his way through teams. Like, sometimes it's not pretty, but he gets it done. And I think he could be a real difference on Saturday. But yeah, there's other players, but I think those two are the real key ones that we need this season to sharp again, and be the main guys in our team, and be the first name on the team sheet, and be hungry, and know that the goal is promotion, and know that we can go anywhere, any team, and beat them. I mean, that's been a lot of the championship so far this season. That's why there's a lot of teams higher up the table than what we thought they were going to be. But yeah, it all depends on whether they can get the system right. And I trust Xavi, because I know he will. He'll see that, right. If we can get Bar on the left, Bar on the right, Irakunda on the left, Luke up front, players in and around, I think we can have a go at any team in the league, really. And no one looks crazy strong at the moment. Not like someone I'd go, yeah, they've got it in the bag, like a Southampton, like a Ipswich. And they don't really look incredible. Obviously, Coventry at the moment are probably the top team, so it'll be a real test. But I think we can go ahead and beat any team on a day, that is, and that day doesn't come around a lot.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, so a couple things just to come back at that. So Lauza did dominate all of the passing statistics for Watford. He has the most progressive passes on the team, so that just shows he's very involved. And then your comments on Ba, honestly, are a bit scary for me, because you said he plays down the right. Jay Da Silva is our left back. He's a bit undersized, but he's performing very well this year. However, our fullbacks sit pretty high up the pitch, and when we played against Leicester City at King Power, Jay Da Silva probably had his toughest game of the year. So Batawu, obviously everyone knows who he is. Yeah. He's got a similar kind of pacey, bulldozing, take-on play style. So that is definitely something that I will watch out for, because that sounds like a bit of work for him. So that'll be really interesting to see.
He really is.
Yeah, so that'll be a really fun matchup to watch. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a good game. I think that leads us into, I guess, our score predictions. I feel less confident after this conversation, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, I think that was your job going in here. So.
Oh yeah, no, I have to give us something. I mean, we're not doing the best this season, but I got to give our flowers where they're due.
Yeah, I mean, the table is so close this year. The parachute teams don't look, at least yet, up to their standard. It's honestly anyone for the taking this year. I mean, Watford are sitting in 15th. They are 5 points off the playoffs, and you said
I mean,
every
yeah,
game was decided on one goal or less. So
yeah,
one or two things go a different way.
and we're in
It
there,
could
yeah.
be Watford could be the QPR of the year, or
Mm.
someone like that's overperforming a little bit. So
Mm.
I will take it over to you. Give me your score prediction for this game. 100% correct. Exactly what's going to happen. No, I'm kidding. But what is your
Ah,
score prediction?
it's a tough one. It really is. I'm gonna go with the fact that we don't concede a lot of goals. I'm gonna keep to that sort of one goal margin. Um, Again, it's always tight anyway when we go to Coventry. I remember when we played in this kit this season, we drew 3-3, and it was a unbelievably tight game, just goals galore. But no team really looked like they were going to go and win it. And then the game we played last season, even that we got back into and looked like we could get an equaliser. I'm going to go with. I think it'll be a very fast-paced game, very open. Both teams really going for it, and a couple like near misses could sway the game. I'm going to say 2-2. I'm obviously not going to say we're going to lose because come
Why
on,
would you?
I've got to back us. But
Yeah,
yeah, I
obviously.
don't think we'll go and get the win. But I'm going to say 2-2. I think it's going to be a good affair. Two teams that, yeah, very different, but could just be like one of those chaotic games that just flourish out of these teams that one can score loads, one doesn't concede many, and we just go and like have this mental game that really is awful to watch for us because it means hearts are just going and we're sat here stressed. But one for maybe the neutrals, but yeah, I think it'll be a good game.
Fair. Okay, 2-2. So I am going to go 2-1 to Coventry. I'm looking at the last time these two teams played. Victor
Mm.
Torp had a double last year in January, and then the
The
Watford goal was
lucky
an
free
own
kick,
goal.
remember that?
Yeah, he has
It's, uh,
been. Have you seen his goal
it's
catalog this year?
unbelievable, yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
been
even
really
see
fun.
that. I don't even see the goals. I just see the notifications. Like, right, another one, yeah, another one, another one. It's like brilliant.
Yeah, Victor
So that,
Torp always
that's,
scores bangers.
mm,
So yeah, 2-1. I think if I hope Watford take a page out of Blackburn's book and don't come in scared, sitting back, just
mm,
try to defend, absorb pressure the whole time. Because I think that is what gets teams if you try to go in. A couple teams have come and gotten results. Hull got a 0-0 draw playing that style. So did Norwich. Norwich got a 1-1 draw. But I just
mm,
think getting broken down over 90 minutes, they would bag a couple goals if they go in that way. But like you said, if they go in just not scared, just being fierce, trying to beat defenders down, down the wing, put balls in the box, and hope for the best, it'll be a very good game. I'm going to stick
mm.
with 2-1. We shall see.
Yeah, I can see it going that way either or, but
Yeah.
don't want to say
And
we're gonna lose. But
you said you'll be at the game, right? At the
yeah,
CBS?
I'll be there on Saturday. It's my mate's 21st birthday, so we're going for a. We found a lovely little curry house down the road from CBS last year, so we're going to go and check that out after the game. It's 12:30, so we've got all day, so it should be a really good fun day. Hopefully, the football doesn't ruin it too much, but we'll see.
All right, cool. Very, very nice. So I hope you have a good time. The
We'll do.
21st birthday, that's not as significant in Europe because you guys can drink at 18, right?
Yeah, but I feel like it is. It gets put down as a significant one
Hmm.
because of other countries. I think
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it means that like it's open to everyone, isn't it? Now you can drink, but yeah, 18's for us. But yeah, it's still quite a significant one.
Oh, yeah. It's still going to be
Yeah,
a great time. So
yeah,
thanks a lot, Stan. I
no problem,
appreciate it.
man. Really enjoyed it.
Hopefully we can maybe we can collab again on the
Yeah,
reverse
sure,
fixture. And
defo,
yeah, thanks a lot.
no problem, man.